Well, hi all, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the Dolomites in July. Well, we've just pulled in here because it's absolutely spectacular. The scenery today has just been out of this world. I mean, seeing the Dolomites like this is just something special. The mountain range in the northern Italian Alps, known as the Dolomites, the Dolomitic Alps or the Pale Mountains, are known for the 2,200 named mountains, which were formed 230 million years ago with the collision of the European and African tectonic plates. Today they're a playground for nature lovers and outdoor sports enthusiasts, particularly the sport via ferrata, born in the Dolomites during the First World War when soldiers would defend their territory using iron paths to help them into strategic positions. Navigating the rugged mountain range is a challenge. Steep ascents and descents, endless switchbacks, coupled with low tunnels, makes progress slow going. So we have Mount Marmolada to our right here, and it's just so impressive. It's actually half shrouded in cloud today. Okay, so our little overnight stop is just down here, the other side of this reservoir. Okay, it's early July. We're in the Dolomites. Admittedly, we're over 2,000 meters. This is our little spot. But look at this. It's pretty grim. So there's some snow in the mountains. We've got some rain forecast tomorrow, quite a lot actually. So I think we're going to stop here tomorrow. It's a really ideal little spot. And then we'll sort of judge and see what's happening, because the weather forecast actually for the next sort of 10 days isn't particularly good. So we're just going to sort of hull up, see what happens, and then go from there. Okay, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. We just had a knock on the door by the police to say, you got to move. Good news is we can move just up the hill a little bit. There's a car park up there, but it is right beside the road, so it's not ideal. But yeah, really frustrating. There's no signage here. There's nothing to indicate that we shouldn't be here or can't stop here. So our Dolomite experience isn't going brilliant right now.
Not.
We've waited such a long time to get here, and it just isn't happening. So yeah. Anyway, we're all packed up, so we're going to move.
Let's go.
Right, here we are. We've moved. All is well. There's a road not too far away, but it's not too busy. It's okay, and it's certainly quiet overnight, so we can't complain. But yeah, not nice getting them knocking the door at 7 o'clock in the morning. I was sound asleep. But yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. But we were just saying, I think we've had more interaction with the police since we've been here in the Dolomites than the whole of the 5 years that we've been traveling. And it doesn't make you feel very welcome, because they're quite shitty about it as well. I don't think they're terribly pleasant. So yeah, we're not feeling very welcome right now. So I've just turned the camera on because we're just sat here over a cup of tea debating our options, and we're really sort of feeling quite frustrated because here we are in the Dolomites. It's July. We've had little glimpses of sunshine and it's beautiful. We can see it's gorgeous, but we've been here 5 days. The weather hasn't been great. Well, what a day. It's crazy to think this is July. The forecast for the next 10 days is really quite grim. Lots of rain, lots of cloud, and we just can't see what we've come here to see. So we're sort of sat here reluctantly talking through our options, which involves, well, I'll bring Izzy in on it, which involves potentially heading south.
I think down to Venice and a ferry across to Porek in Croatia, so we can miss Slovenia, because we were going to spend some time in Slovenia, but the weather there is even worse than it is here for the next 3 weeks. So I think the fact that we'd have to stop and get a Go electronic box because we're over 3.5 tons, and it's all a bit of a hassle just to go across a little strip of land, so we're going to get a ferry and miss it out completely.
Yeah.
Which is a real shame because I was really looking forward to Slovenia.
Absolutely, me too. Yeah.
But I just don't want to be there when it's wet.
The thing is, look, the weather's the weather, and you can't do anything about it. And you know, we're used to it. But yeah, you know, it is the summer. We look forward to these gorgeous places in the sunshine, and it's no fun really when you're walking about and it's sort of grey and damp and miserable. So I think the decision's made, and we're gonna head south and where the sun is shining, and go from there. And just like that, the clouds disappeared almost, and it's just stunning. It really is beautiful here. So I'm going to take myself off on a hike this morning. It's about 3.5 hours. Izzy's going to stay behind. She doesn't fancy it. She thinks it's just too much elevation. So yeah, first walk in the Dolomites. Right, so just stop for a little breather and just take this in. It's absolutely beautiful, and you can see the attraction during the summer months with the hikers and cyclists especially. But in the winter, I mean, you can see just up here, you've got so much snow still in the high mountains, and it's clearly designed for that winter season. There's lots of ski lifts, lots of big lodges, lots of huts. But obviously people making the most of it all year round, which is just great. The weather's coming in a little bit. We've got a bit of cloud. It's actually pretty chilly, hence the reason I've got my top on. But there's a bit of rain later on, so I'm going to press on. Okay, all I can say is I'm fat and I'm old. That's how I feel. Whew, that was a bit cheeky coming up there. There's a little lodge over there, but the route I'm on is this one just here, okay, which is the Paso Fidea. And this is like the crest, if you like, where I am now. There's a couple of cable cars, one to my left and then one coming up to my right. Yeah, have a little breather, I think, and press on. So it doesn't matter if you're in the Alps, the Dolomites, the Pyrenees. One thing they're good at are the mountain lodges. You can easily stop, get a bite to eat, grab a coffee, and they're always en route, which is great. We've got one just here, which is lovely. I've got some food with me today, so I'm just going to press on. So we're not actually that high, we're at about 2,500 meters. But it's really, really civilized. The tracks are easy going. The wind's coming in a little bit and we're pretty exposed here on this face, but yeah, this is what it's all about. Okay, just down there is our little truck. Okay, it's going pretty well today, but before we descend, I'm going to take 10 minutes and have a bite to eat. Okay, lunch is done. I'm just making my way down. Right, quite a steep descent. Yeah, it's quite shaley in places, but it was okay, and we're nearly down at the reservoir. Okay, I'm down. Just across the reservoir, and the last 2 miles, am I done? Well, it's absolutely glorious today. Much better than the forecasted. Well, it's an absolute playground here. I mean, the amount of hikes here is incredible. There's lots of apps you can look at, and there's something for everyone. There's lots of kids out today, and when you look in the apps, you can see easy, moderate, and difficult, plus the Via Ferratas. So you can go out, there's multi-day hikes as well, lots of huts you can stop at. So it really is a fantastic place to go and get lost. The cycle network here is quite incredible. And if you haven't got your own bikes, there's lots of places where you can stop and you can rent a bike, and they're good quality, high-end bikes. You can rent it for a day, you can rent it for a week. And the network is superb. So there's lots of tracks and trails in the mountains, but equally alongside the roads there are dedicated cycle paths, and they obviously take it pretty seriously here. Well, I think I got the timings just about right. The clouds coming in again over the mountains. That would have been a bit of a bummer to get up there, not to be able to see anything. Okay, back at our little trusty truck, kettle on, cup of tea time. Right, the world is a better place. We've got a cup of tea on the go. So Izzy's just checking out the weather. Izzy, go on and tell me.
Well, there's a thunderstorm warning tonight at 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock, so that's going to be a noisy one. And then tomorrow, there's a snow and ice warning from 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon until 1 o'clock on Tuesday. It's July. It can't snow in July.
Well, I'm so determined not to be beaten by the weather. And when you're above 2,000 meters in the mountains, it's to be expected. But we're days in and we're just desperate to get a glimpse of those gorgeous mountains. And it's making it really, really difficult. So we're trying to come up with all sorts of plans. What do we do to try and sort of counter it? Do we just get out there? Well, I've been out there. Yeah, it's pretty grim. And we've done little walks. And I think we've got a plan. And as forecasted, the weather's back in. You know, look, honestly, look out there, you just cannot see a thing. But look, it's turned really nice outside.
It's lovely.
It's beautiful. Anyway, mustn't complain. Chicken Caesars on the table. Let's dig in.
Is that hail?
Yeah. Yeah, we get hailstones. Alright, this.
I can't say I'm particularly enjoying it, no.
Oh, lightning.
It's the lightning.
Okay, I think it might be an earplugs night tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, we're not moving.
No, I know we're not. But we are sort of like on the edge.
We're not on the edge, we're miles from the edge.
Not miles.
I can hardly hear you.
Meter.
Will we have a cup of tea
Of course.
to make things better?
The storm will go away, we'll have a cup of tea and the sun will come out.
Really?
No.
Okay. We have a cup of tea. And we have sunshine.
Woohoo!
Look at that.
But equally, we have a thunderstorm warning for today, this afternoon, and tomorrow.
Oh, you're just full of good news. You really are.
I'm just being realistic.
Listen, we've got to take the positives when we can.
Mm.
I mean, tiny little bits of cloud, but look at that. Bit of blue sky.
That's beautiful.
But yeah, that was one heck of a storm last night. I mean, the hail that was driving against on top of the truck last night was unbelievable.
It just went on for hours, didn't it?
It honestly didn't stop. So to wake up to this morning is just beautiful. And a bit of a relief, actually, isn't it?
It is.
It's quite nice.
It sort of gets you after a while, doesn't it? That constant rain pounding, it gets on your nerves a bit. What?
It gets on your nerves.
It does. It just grates after a while.
Oh, well, it was days in, so yeah, nice to see. So we're out and about today. It stopped raining and it's gorgeous, and we're taking the opportunity to have a little wander around the shops, stop for a coffee and just take in the scenery. Well, there's the most fantastic network of cable cars here. So we've just been looking on the map. I mean, you can take one to a certain point, get another one, get another one, and get another one. And clearly it's designed for that winter ski scene. But it's been adapted really well. And there's loads of kids taking their bicycles on there, going up and then obviously downhilling. There's lodges up there, so we're just checking it out. And I think we're going to jump on one and go and have a look.
And we can do all of that. Okay, perfect. Okay,
Brilliant.
thank you. That's really helpful.
Okay, we've managed to get somebody to park the truck because it hasn't been that easy here. It's the car park of the cable car, which is ideal because we're just about to jump in the cable car. Right, and there's exactly where we're parked. So we're just waiting for the cable car. And just like that, we're up here and look at those views. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Alright, what do you think?
Oh, I'm just blown away by this. It's amazing. What a place. I mean, look at it. Look at that.
Honestly, this is so good. Is he?
Delicious.
Ah.
Proper mountain food.
Well, we're just absolutely in love with this place. These mountains are incredible. Well, the rain is on again, but we've had such a good morning. Well, I'm so pleased we took the opportunity to get up onto the mountain this morning because it was glorious. Give us a little taster yet again of what it's like here, but it was forecasted to rain this afternoon, and rain it is.